help pick the cardboard from the paper. And the tin cans are whipped up off the line using very powerful magnets. And to keep their target of 99% accuracy, there's no beating the human eye. Once the waste is sorted, it's carried off to processors where it's remade. Paper can be recycled up to 6 times, then the fibres become too short and weak. But for each tonne of paper we recycle, we save 30,000 litres of water. The cans are carted off to be melted down and reformed to start a new life as bicycles, girders or cans of dog food. In fact, a quarter of every new can is part of an old one. Glass can be recycled repeatedly because the structure doesn't deteriorate. But there's a surplus of green glass in our waste because we import so many green bottles. Wonder what's in them.
And do you know what one of the hardest things to recycle is? The mobile phone.
And if your kitchen drawer is anything like ours, with tape and matches and old raw plugs, you might have a pair of old bricks in there too.
In fact, it's been estimated that there are tens of millions of unwanted mobiles lying around in the nation's drawers, and that is a big problem.
The reason why they're so difficult to recycle is the complexity and diversity of their designs. But fortunately, there are people out there who are prepared to make the effort.
Many of the mobile phones that do manage to escape our kitchen drawers end up here at PhoneBack, this massive recycling centre in East London.
They're collected from over 10,000 free collection points all over Europe.
And since 2002, they've processed over 6 million phones. Isn't that yours?
I think it is, yeah.
Oh dear. I'll tell you what, just catch up with me when you found it, OK? Give me a shout.
Mate, yeah, cheers.
The handsets are processed and then sorted to see if they can be reused or recycled. And after testing, about 70% of them are refurbished, ready for resale. Many of these phones would have been sent in on behalf of charities, which receive £5 for each phone that's reused.
Since these bricks first appeared in the 1980s, mobile phone use has increased massively. It's been estimated that there are over 2.5 billion mobile phone users worldwide.
And when there are so many phones in use today, it makes perfect sense to recycle them, especially when the typical phone contains about 16% high-value goods like silver, gold, platinum and palladium.
Some of the plastics are also recycled to produce buckets and traffic cones, and any waste is incinerated in a process that produces very low emissions. In addition, lithium, nickel and cadmium are extracted from phone batteries and used in power tools and pharmaceuticals. But the best way to recycle a phone is to give it a second lease of life.
Now, we've got 2 mobile phones. They're very beaten up. They need a total refurbishment. They need a new battery, new screens, new casings. We've got Leszek, who's an expert at it, and Johnny, obviously, is a novice. We're going to see how hard it is. Let's go. Johnny gets his first. I'm not being biased. Leszek, yeah, yours is pretty broken there, mate.
Yeah,
go for it. I can see you've done this before.
I struggled initially just getting the case off, but really? I think I'm doing all right now.
Are you putting that screen on already? Yeah. Johnny, look, that's by example what we should be having in about the same time. Where are you then?
Well, look, he hasn't put it in his box yet. I've got time to catch up. Right, the screen's on.
The battery goes in there.
Job
Johnny,
done.
well done.
Oh, and it's finished. How did I do?
You did really well.
All right?
Yeah. Leszek, did he do well?
Can I have a job?
So we've seen how mankind recycles materials, but nature has been doing it since, well, the year dot. All organic materials biodegradable, which means it will compost, and you can do this at home.